literally got chased out of the fucking city.
Did they really?
They
I
had to
believe
leave
it. I believe it.
because people were fucking furious
Of
that
course.
they came there and went to like the monuments and
Your
stuff like
brother
that.
is the reason they made Akira.
Yeah.
Came out in '88, dude. They're like getting right on it. We're pissed off. Like all this trauma is just coming right back to the surface once again.
Those fucking ugly redhead Marine and his friends coming here eating McDonald's and going to our monuments.
Alley oxen.
Haven't you done enough to us? You flattened the whole city.
Let us be dead in peace.
Let our ghosts rest
That's
here.
right. Finally.
You want to come and look at the shadows that have been permanently cast on the ground
Yeah.
from evaporating
exactly
human
right.
lives?
Exactly
That
right.
used to be my aunt.
Yeah.
That's just a fucking black shadow.
But at
She
least
was
it'll
cooking or
never go
something.
anywhere.
She
It'll
was-
always be there.
She was wrapping Christmas gifts. You can see it. You can see it.
I was going to get that goddamn bicycle I've been waiting for years.
And you
Now
guys-
all I have is a goddamn shadow of a bicycle.
You had to go and blah. We were gonna stop. Jeez.
Yeah, just give us a second. Come on.
It's weirdly arbitrary that they just and it is and it isn't like that they pick these sort of rural towns to just drop nukes
Well, that
on.
was the idea, yeah.
But it's almost like going in it's like going to your enemy's house
Yeah.
and cutting its dog's head off.
Right. It's
Like,
just
the
a
dog
dog.
did nothing to
I didn't
you.
hurt your family.
Yeah, but
I just
imagine
killed the
what I do to
Spanish
your
Empire.
family. Imagine what I'll do to you if this is just your fucking dog.
It is basically like the Nagasaki and Hiroshima, where we're basically saying like this is just the opening salvo.
Right.
If you don't fucking quit.
That's
And
it.
then we boo-hooed over terrorists running into buildings on planes. I mean, it's not even the death toll's not even anywhere close.
We affected like 3 generations.
Literally.
Yeah.
We did that shit, and people still couldn't cope with it.
Yeah.
The difference is that we're in wartime, and that if I'm not gonna hit you harder, you're gonna hit me harder. kind of thing.
Right.
Look, I think it's just a bridge too far. Maybe just one bridge too far.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sorry, you microwaved my family. I don't know. Yeah, one high, no less. I don't know.
There was a
We
story.
can come back to this.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
There was a fucking story on what the hell is the podcast called? I can't think of what podcast it's called. It's like one of those NPR like storytelling shows. It's like one of the most popular ones. I can't think what it's called right now. But they told a story of a guy who survived Hiroshima.
Oh, I think I know the one you're talking
And
about.
then-
It's called like America something.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm talking about? It's a
Oh
podcast
shit. They
from
advertise. I
This-
always listen to Invisibilia, and they advertise it on that.
Well, this
Show.
one, I can't remember what the show's called, but it wasn't. It was one of the ones that's their ongoing. It's like one of the most popular ones. But
Okay.
But the whole story was this dude who survived Hiroshima, and then was taking a train to work in Nagasaki the day that bomb blew up,
Damn.
and
my-
he survived both of them.
Oh my god, that's like Final
Damn!
Destination 5.
Oh my! It sure is.
Holy
Right?
shit.
It's the only
You better
way you
stay away
get
from
there.
any loose threads, anything
Yeah.
hot, anything.
And
Loose doors, I don't know.
he survived, had a full life, like had a family, no weird birth defects or anything crazy like that.
That guy gave the biggest middle finger to death there ever was.
For
Absolutely
real.
right. Oh,
Survived
man.
2 fucking atomic bombs.
Jesus.
He's like,
Christ.
well, that won't happen again. I'm going to work to Nagasaki.
I'm glad I didn't have to take my ticket to the bullet train. Woo! Sometimes it's better to take the scenic route.
Oh, this looks oddly familiar.
He's like looking at the train window. He just sees something drop, and he's like, "Oh man!"
Oh, God. Such rides are running in place in the air.
Not again.
How unlucky can a guy get?
It's like a Don Lassen Japanese nightmare.
The ghost in Mr. Nuclear Warhead.
Oh my god. I drank another beer already. Hold on, let me get that. Let me
Are
get
we
rid
in
of
the
that.
pre-show?
Yeah, oh
Oh,
yeah,
good,
yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah, we didn't
It's
even
all
do. We
preserved.
didn't,
It's
nothing's
all
up yet.
preserved.
Yeah, it's on the Facebook
Oh, it's already on
Yeah.
Facebook?
We're doing a live stream already.
Oh,
This is what happens.
where's
We
the
do, like,
camera?
the camera's right there.
What's up, folks?
Yeah.
I didn't
There
see
we
it
are.
up there, so I assumed it wasn't happening yet.
We
I'm
like to
kind of
warm up
glad
on
because
the.
I was thinking, I'm like, man, we're saying a lot of really good shit right now.
Yeah, this all could have been recorded, but so we'll do now. This is, I guess, it's kind of like a pre-Patreon, right? So we do like a pre-show where we start, around like 7:30.
Yeah.
And then once we kind of get warmed up, we start the show and then kind of see what comes from that.
Right. Chad and I do that with TFD. We usually get onto Facebook, talk for like 10, 15 minutes, and then we start the actual episode.
Yeah.
Like if you tuned into Facebook, you got something extra.
Yeah, it gives you a little incentive to see us live and do the live stream with us. And
Right.
plus, it's more interactive there too. But I know some people prefer to watch like
Whatever.
or listen like Sean does. The
I wonder
next
if
day.
we have any viewers. I have to check those stats out.
It's got to be at least one.
At least
Maybe
one.
Alex.
At least one.
Definitely Allison. She's always just waiting there. to
Yeah, Allison
on
and
for
Deirdre are
us.
here.
Whenever I pop in, it's like, yeah, that's the usual suspects. It's usually them.
Yep,
That's
absolutely.
our staff.
That's right. That's the staff.
It's our staff meeting. Yeah, we don't have anybody in. Well, we do have some random strangers come in.
We do
sometimes.
from time to time. Or whatever. Let's start the show.
Yeah, let's begin.
Let's start the show.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Aha.
Come on. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt.
And Zach.
Zach, the coolest, is back. Zach, attack! Oh, he's here.
Ow!
Oh,
I've been hurt.
oh my God.
Somebody called an ambulance.
Somebody. Speaking of being hurt, I was telling Zach about this earlier. All right, I was sitting on the couch earlier, okay, yesterday, and I put my fists down on the couch to push myself up to stand up.
Did you hurt the couch?
Two of my fingers rolled sideways, cracked, and now I have 3 knuckles.
Oh,
But this whole thing here is all swollen up.
Oh,
It's just I've
You're
lost
not-
all
you're
definition
not
between
doing
those
the-
2 fingers.
you're not doing the cinder block punches anymore.
I was, but that must have
Huh?
been the problem. I guess that
Oh,
cartilage dislodged.
Oh,
I don't know.
See,
It's what you
now it's breaking down instead of
it's
building
just
up.
getting worse.
This is
and
what happens
worse.
after once you cross that 30.
Yeah,
30-year-old threshold.
That's what I was saying to him
Just
earlier.
getting
Like
too old.
nowadays, like if you sleep wrong, you'll wake up injured.
That's right.
If you're like, we're old enough, we're at that point where you wake up and you're like, fuck, my shoulder. Like, what did I do?
Do you
You
remember?
didn't turn over. You didn't roll over enough times
Yeah,
last
or you
night.
rolled too hard.
Too many
That's right,
times.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You got to hit your 6. That's 6 even.
Roll softly.
That's softly.
not
That's
quickly.
exactly right.
My throat has been hurting all day because I guess I was snoring last night.
God damn it, I have been there.
Isn't that stupid as fuck?
This involuntary process has ruined my day.
I was squatting yesterday, and I was squatting like 275, right?
Uh-huh.
I had just been building up to that point. That was like my like foothold for the longest time. Was where I was comfortable, right?
Mhm.
Are you talking about lifting weights or living
Yeah.
in somebody else's house?
I was talking about living in someone else's skin.
For 275 minutes a day.
The most intimate of squatting.
Every time somebody sings that song, "You raise me up," I have to come in and I pick them up from no matter how heavy they are. I'll come in and their feet get off the ground.
That's
And
it.
their
All
skin
thanks to
falls
me.
off.
And it
Slip-
falls off.
Sloughs
And
right
then
off.
right onto you.
Big
That's
pile
it.
of skin on the ground. That's
It's-
how I make my living.
That's
This
right.
is
It's like
science.
it's like a Mortal Kombat fatality. You just rip the body in half over your head.
You raise me up. Fatality.
This is like first chapter biology class.
That's exactly right.
If
If
you
you
went-
lift someone up too high, their skin falls off.
Did you not go to junior high school?
This is what we do. This is why you get locked in with seatbelts. It's to save your skin.
It's
Remember how they say this will save your
The
skin?
DMV warned us many times.
It's literal.
Protect your skin. Lock your seatbelts. Don't
Buckle
just
up.
don't
or
just
slough
buckle
that
up.
big old
Lock 'em.
epidermis right off.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's
because
all
if you
gone.
have a crash and you're not wearing your seatbelt, your skin will just
It
lift
goes right through those
slurp right off your body.
windshields. The rest of the meat stays in the seat.
Yeah.
Okay, the meat's in the seat. Skin flops all over the road. It's
It's
just
like a butcher
it's a
window.
mess. It looks like a puddle. When
It's
done.
just it's a big old mess.
So Josh-
straight out of Hellraiser.
Me and Josh Groban have an agreement.
Yeah.
All right. Whenever you need to get raised up,
Yep.
I'm there to help you.
He texts
Won't
you
wear your
ahead of
skin.
time.
That was a deleted scene from Dirty Dancing. When they do that.
Oh yeah.
When Patrick Swayze picks up
The lift,
the girl and
he
then
does it a little too high, like he
Mhm.
does it too quick,
skin comes right off.
and see, like you thought, like, oh man, he's just gonna rip her clothes right off.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Nobody puts baby in the
was
corner.
nobody puts baby in the corner
Because she can't get
That's
out.
right,
She's just
right.
a puddle.
She's just a puddle.
And that's why she's not in movies anymore.
That's exactly right.
She's in a mop bucket somewhere.
Somebody, they thought it was a good idea. They wanted to use some of that double-sided tape, make sure she didn't have, a wardrobe malfunction. Unfortunately, the tape was too strong. It attached her tits right to her dress, and it just ripped her whole
Hey,
skin right
Hey,
off.
those tits had skin on them, and that skin just came right off.
And that's all that we know. All that we
all
know
we know.
is it was and is no longer
That's
Yeah.
right.
all part of the same person.
And you would think that's a normal way to hurt yourself, right?
Normal. That's a
Normal,
Monday.
completely
That's a
normal.
Monday.
Yeah.
But here we are on
I mean,
Tuesday.
but sleeping with the mouth open, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, age.
Give me a break.
Give me a fucking
Give
break.
me a break, Air.
Give
Come
me
on.
a break.
Not a chance. You're not going to get anything.
That's right.
That's right, Kit Kat. Start sponsoring us if you want to hear the rest of the
That's
song.
right. If you want to hear the
You
rest, join
cowards.
us on our
You don't get it
Patreon.
for free, assholes.
Yeah, you got to pay. Get on our Patreon. Get on our $5 level.
You know what really weaked me out? The first time I went to Canada and saw a Kit Kat bar and it said Nestle's Kit Kat, and I was like, what?
Who else is there?
Where the
What's
hell?
the competition?
Where the hell's that been on
I
the
think
branding?
I think in America it's
They put it on
done
that.
through like Hershey's.
Does Hershey?
Doesn't Hershey like do those Kit
This
Kats?
is once again. This is something I don't know enough about. But I
Well, you
think-
got Hershey's, M&M Mars, and
Nestle.
Nestle.
Oh my God.
They're the three.
just an aside, real quick. Just to take a little detour for a second. Mars, the Mars company, I just found out owns the VCA clinics where Allison works.
Oh.
What?
But I kid you not.
And Mars, the planet.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the company. I mean the
whole
planet.
planet.
There used to be
owns
water
that
by the
company.
God of War.
That's,
That's right.
it. Absolutely.
Allison is like Kratos. She's got the ashes of her family
She's-
covering her skin, and she's
they
murdering
tricked
a god.
They tricked her.
Whenever I think of Allison, I always think God of War.
I
That's the
do.
first thing
She's
comes to mind.
badass as
That's
fuck.
it. There you
You
go.
never see her with those chain blades in her hands.
Woo.
It's true.
Let me tell you something.
It's true.
Yeah, you'll start to really see the resemblance between her.
I can't wait to watch her berate her son for not doing things right.
That's it. Yeah. It's going to be great.
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Anyway, sorry for that. I found that very fascinating.
Well,
That
that's
the
good.
Mars company owns the same. they're
Well,
like
it's
a one
all
big
about
umbrella.
diversifying your stocks and
Yeah.
bonds.
It is
That's
truly.
what I learned from good old Teddy Roosevelt.
That's what VeggieTales taught me back in the day.
VeggieTales taught
And
me
Teddy
that,
Roosevelt.
and Teddy
And
Roosevelt.
And Teddy
Both of them.
Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt, who is his brother.
Good old Tezzy.
Yep, good old Tezzy. He converted to Judaism. That's why he changed his name.
Right.
So
Tezzy Arnaz.
he was a fan of tradition. He sang about it a lot.
Tradition.
Yeah, it's but
So anyways,
yeah,
the
those are our
candy
three
companies.
pillars.
Yeah.
So I actually don't know. I've eaten a Kit Kat or two in my life, but I can't tell you whether or not I've seen Nestle on the wrappers before, but normally it's on the back.
It literally was like on the front in big letters, Nestle's Kit Kat, and I thought like in America it was usually put out by Hershey's
So it
company.
is. So it is both.
It's
Oh,
both.
Believe it or not,
it's a dual
Owner is
property.
Nestle and Hershey.
I think because Kit Kat
Ah.
is its own thing, but it's licensed differently
Right.
to other companies.
That's what it's all about. The money, all about the dollars, as
Dollar bill, y'all.
Joe Pesci said.
I'm just perusing this really quick to see if I can give you some information.
Something.
Looks
It
like-
wouldn't be at the top.
No, it's not
It's
there.
not at the top.
Sweet. That's been
Well,
really interesting
There
segment.
you go. That's what
Hold
a
on, here it says. I found it. Created by Roundtrees of York, United Kingdom, is now produced
Oh, I got
globally
excited for a second.
Oh, I was too.
by Nestle, which acquired
Okay.
Roundtrees in 1988,
Is it-
except in the United States, where it's made under the license by H.B. Reese Candy Company, a division of Hershey Company.
There you are. There
so
you
actually,
are.
Reese's actually kind of is the umbrella that owns it.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a candy history lesson for you.
There
We're
you
gonna
fucking
change
go.
the candy start with Matt, and
That's right.
Zach.
Candy
Boom.
Start. It's no sweeter than anywhere else. There you go.
Nope.
That's right.
That's right. We're the bitter chocolate with weird flavors. that you
Weird
want.
flavors.
Like, you want to try some fish chocolate? It's got
Oh,
fresh halibut in it. it's still flexible.
White
too.
chocolate and
It's
goose
not even-
livers.
Yeah, it's great.
Roadkill raccoon.
Roadkill
flavor.
raccoon flavor, and that's in a real nice pistachio chocolate, full of nuts and gravel
It's
too,
crunchy.
because
Nuts.
we couldn't pull all the gravel out of the
We
raccoon.
just didn't have time.
Yeah, we couldn't pull it off. Sorry
By-
about that.
By the way, guys, I gotta say, I'm a little sad right now about being on the show this week. You know
Oh,
why?
I know.
So
I am every week, Zach. so-
Yeah, we're depressed and sad are different.
I was really pepped up. I'm thinking, okay, it's the first episode I've been on since I went to Vietnam and came back. This is my triumphant return.
Right.
And I tune into the show, and what do I hear last week?
Mhm.
Fucking Chris comes home
No.
from the interdimensional war.
He's trying to steal your
And then,
thunder.
and then on top of that, the creation of Dr. Chubbs. And I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna top Dr. Chubbs?
Oh well, you know what? It's not going to be too hard for
It's-
you. I think we're doing okay so far with our candy bar talk. So this just goes to show you. But yeah, Dr. Chubbs is definitely.
That shit had me rolling.
Oh man.
Here's the difference, though. It's more more of a it's more anticipated for you to come back. It's expected for Chris to come back.
That's right.
Chris has not been here for weeks and years.
Chris is like the return of Grendel to the village, and Beowulf is desperately trying to fight him off. Sometimes he fails. Sometimes he has to strip down naked just so he can wrestle him through, but yeah, it does.
I can't wait till
God.
you guys kill Chris and
Yep.
you have his mom on the show.
Oh
after that.
man, I can't wait to talk to Chris's mom. Oh my God.
And
I'm
that
just
last
going on-
episode where you guys have a dragon on and you both die.
It's
that's gonna
good.
be
Oh
exciting.
man, what a finale
Put
it's
on
going
that
to
Josh Groban song, and I'll
You-
get rid of
you
Chris.
raised me
Lickety
up. be. Not a chance. Chris's mom won't stand a chance.
I mean, good luck, guys. I killed Chris once and he fucking came back anyway.
He's just like a Hydra, where when you kill one Chris, two more pop
It's
up.
true. You
Two
have to-
different dimensions.
You have to cut off part and hang it above your door frame to keep you safe. It's like Passover. You
Yeah.
have to keep all the rest of the visages
kind
of
of-
Chris.
What kind of fucking spirits were traversing the Egypt that they were like? What was
It
that
was
map?
a singular angel.
It was
Yeah.
one angel
Yes.
who was there to kill
The
babies.
angel of death was there to
Holy
kill the
God.
babies. Yep.
I'm creeping down.
Yeah, that's right.
man.
Exactly. It was meant to.
It was Metro. That was John from Metrics, wasn't it?
Oh, it's Papa Het. Papa Het coming through. It's like Metallica's not going to be around for a long time. So I'm just going to come right on in here. Yeah. Yeah. Kill your baby. Yeah. Ooh. That was a bloody one.
Does he watch Stranger Things?
Yeah.
If you ever open the lyric book to the album Reload,
Yeah.
they have a song called like "Choking on a Bad Seed," and they literally have in the lyric book the opening lyrics are "cough, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah." And
Yes.
somebody took the time to write that in.
They did. You know it.
Well, that's all he's really saying. I mean, it would be a blank page if they didn't include it.
We have to put something in here, otherwise
Yeah.
people aren't going to know if there's another track.
I mean, there's like a minute where there's just music and he coughs and says, "Yeah, yeah." We got to make sure they know that.
That's
It's
right.
just his normal life, and then they put music over it. That's what James Hetfield does.
It's basically chasing him around.
Yeah.
Chasing him around.
Yeah.
He just, like they recorded him trying a new salsa. He really liked it, and
Yeah.
that became part of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Every song of theirs is just an episode of Hot Ones.
Yeah. It's
Tomatillo.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Imagine being that angel, like in the
The salsa angel?
The salsa.
yeah, the angel of
Oh,
salsa,
man.
The angel of salsa.
great.
hot sauce.
the angel of heat.
Yeah.
I'm like 40 million Scoville.
That-
I'm
it's
hot. I'm hot to the touch.
that's all you got to do is just get near me, and I immediately destroy all your mucous membrane.
The god of hot sauce and all other foods is actually Guy Fieri.
You
all that
know
good
it
stuff.
is.
Yeah.
You
He's the
know
angel.
it is.
He comes down to parties like and he leavens the bread for people and he like
That's,
takes them to Flavortown.
he can't help but to take people to Flavortown. From
It's-
Flavortown to
It's a
Flavortown.
blessing and a curse.
He's really just a shuttle bus to Flavortown.
he's, he's like Falcor. He's like a big beast. You hop on and you fly to Flavortown, wherever you may be in the world or the universe.
So Guy Fieri's been popping up all these restaurants all over the place.
I heard about that. Dude.
I've been hearing terrible reviews from all of them.
Oh, really?
Yep, same.
So I have a feeling that Guy Fieri is just a big liar. He's
course
just
he
a
is.
bleach covered
Look
liar.
at his hair. It's all a lie.
That's not his regular.
He
hair
wears
color.
sunglasses on the back of his head like it's 1992.
That's not where your face is.
That's not where your eyes are, buddy.
He's lying. He's lying through his Guy Fieri teeth.
Have you seen
Yeah.
him eat?
Oh, I've seen him eat.
Oh,
He's like,
I feel offended whenever I watch it.
Oh, I'll tell you. If I could encapsulate the way that Guy Fieri makes me feel, that's what we could use as chemical warfare in the next World War.
Oh my
We could just send that right
It would
over to
obliterate.
whoever the problem was, and they would just become so nauseated that they wouldn't be able to fight anymore. We completely destroy their morale. That's first and foremost.
Well, that's the first thing you need to. You got to shake the morale, shake the tree,
No hope. No
kick
hope.
that tree, show it who's boss.
Yep, they're not even astronaut ice cream is going to be palatable to them. That's all they're going to have. Freeze dried.
I fucking love astronauts.
It's great. That's the idea. They're just not even going to be able to enjoy the certain simple pleasures of life.
Did you ever see there's a comedian who does a whole routine about Guy Fieri though, and about how people kind of hate him in Nickelback ways.
Yeah,
Yes,
I've seen this.
yes.
Yeah, but he goes through all the really good things for like restaurateurs and like small businesses that Guy Fieri does, and he's like, why does everyone hate this man so much?
He's always standing. This comedian, the stand-up comedian, is always standing like he just sustained a back injury.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
like he's got his hand on his hip like it, and he's like gesturing forward with his other hand. Why are we? And his head's like turned away, almost like he wants to leave the room. Like, why are we all making fun of Guy Fieri? Just because he
that
wears
guy.
flame
Yep.
shirts and has
Yep.
spiky hair, we can hate on him.
Yeah, like meanwhile, this man's giving millions of dollars to small restaurants.
That stand-up comedian is just as much of a one-trick pony as Guy Fieri, his subject material.
There you go.
That's-
It's all about knowing your
Mr.
demographic.
Flavortown, and then just piggybacking off of Mr. Flavortown.
It worked for Trump. I mean, why can't it work for this stand-up comedian?
It certainly does. But
All
can you
right.
imagine going to see his show? You've already seen all of his material.
It doesn't matter. It's the same thing with Trump. He's going to say the same fucking thing he said in the last
And people,
400 rallies.
people are still painting his name on their side of
Exactly.
their garage.
And their trucks and
Yeah.
and giant signs made out of OSB, which is like $120 a sheet now. You know,
That's it, like-
thanks to him.
Mitch Hedberg was a one-trick pony too.
Yep.
But if you can make that trick work over and over again,
This is it.
yeah.
Technically,
Well, I would argue
bypass surgery is a one-trick pony, but it makes a big difference in
They
certain
could bypass
people's
it
lives.
right around. Woo. Get right around that clogged vein, that clogged artery.
Yeah, yeah. They're just talking about Gordon Ramsay's food's absolute shit too. Which,
Oh, I heard he like cried over losing the Michelin stars.
yeah, of course,
What?
because the thing is he defends it like a pit bull, and everybody's like, well, as long as that pit bull's over there eating that food,
They're
don't worry
like,
about
why are you so angry
Yeah.
all the time?
Guy
He's
Fieri's
like,
like,
"Ah!"
he's like a golden retriever, just desperately running up to everybody in the park.
That's the
Jumping
perfect
up in your
description of
face.
it.
But he was born a German Shepherd. They just bleached all of his hair.
He eats like a dog too.
I think
Hates eggs.
He
Loves
eats
hot
like-
dogs.
He eats like a dog that you found something in their mouth that you shouldn't have.
That's
And they
right.
start eating it
Put that
faster.
down, Guy Fieri. Yeah, he does that. He's just gonna.
you're not getting this back.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
See, that's 10 times better of a bit than the dude who's defending Guy Fieri does. That stand-up comedian. If you held your back like it was hurting,
That's well, it is. It
you'd
is.
be on the Tonight Show
Yeah,
tonight.
tonight. I'm going to leave the show so I can go do the Tonight Show, even though they recorded it like 6 hours ago.
We should start using that excuse anytime we have to skip the show. Or
Sorry, we got to
We're
bring
Matt-
doing
Matt
the
has
Tonight
a-
show.
I'm on
He's
the
in the
Tonight
green
Show
room.
tonight.
Tonight Show.
Sorry about that, folks.
Woo! Come on down.
Tonight show.
You're the next contestant on Who Wants to Bet Their Lives on a New Washing Machine.
That's right. All you gotta do is let Matt Travassi lift you into the air, and if your skin stays intact, you get a washing machine and dryer combo.
It's stackable. Name on Jonathan.
Roddy's sitting up in the booth with a sniper rifle. Better make us right. That yodeler falls off the mountain. We're fucked. I've been waiting for one of you motherfuckers to fall into the wrong spot on the Plinko board, baby.
Did we determine if the old host is alive anymore?
Oh, who?
Yeah.
For God's sake, I would say
Bob
Bob
Barker?
Saget. Bob Barker, yeah.
Bob
Yeah.
Saget is
I
dead.
think
Bob
Bob
Saget's
Barker
dead.
is dead.
Yeah, I'm
Bob
pretty
Barker
sure Bob
is
Barker.
98 years old.
He's still alive?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
What is going on?
He'll
Holy
never
shit.
stop. He'll never stop.
He is still having people spay and neuter their pets.
Oh, you know it. He's never going to let that go. It's going to be on his goddamn tombstone.
I have a new cat. Allison didn't even do the spay or neuter with Bob Barker.
Oh, did you guys keep One-Eyed Willie, or are you just
Yeah,
gonna keep him?
we're just pretty much keeping him.
I
So we
figured.
don't really have a fun. I mean, he's the only other foster situation we came up with was someone who would take them like after he'd have all of his vaccines and stuff, which he's too young for still.
Mm.
So it'll be another couple of months. But like he's getting along with Whisper and stuff.
I love that this music is so
It goes with everything. This is what goes on in my brain all day because I've been conditioned from this show. So now if you like a one-eyed cat, it's half price.
I just wanted to keep going and be like, so my uncle died of cancer yesterday. Yeah, it was a really tough year. He was in a lot of pain.
Anytime we have to talk about
But
him,
he's dead now.
But he said no. But you know, we're all doing okay.
We made it through.
bow your heads and I don't want to go back to doing whatever you're doing. Fuck it. Go back to your shit.
Yeah, that's good. So you didn't go with Malcolm McDowell or
No, he
Malcolm
seemed
McNeil?
pretty.
Malcolm
we
McNeil.
were thinking about that. He
Yeah.
seemed pretty displeased in his face. Allison told me that I couldn't see his face that well, but she was like, he made this face.
Yeah.
He did not want that. I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, so MonsterCon happened.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this more in depth next week, most likely next week. But yeah, it all happened. We hung out with Malcolm McDowell at the end of the evening, and because certain people kept forgetting to ask other certain people about names for this cat that Matt and Allison have.
Oh, right.
And so finally, Malcolm McDowell ended up being the one that had the pointer finally land on him at the end of the goddamn busy weekend.
I found myself just almost by happenstance in that respect, like sitting and just chatting with Malcolm McDowell for a little while.
That's cool.
And then these guys showed up and we all kind of had like a group conversation. But I took that opportunity. I was like, hey, would you mind naming my cat for me?
Give me a name for this cat. Give me the
I
name
was like,
for this cat,
what do you
pal.
think? And
Yeah.
he was just like, he really didn't want the responsibility.
Yeah.
You could tell he was like, it was too big of a responsibility for him to take on.
Yep. So I think that you should name it after him anyway. Since he
I
couldn't give you a good enough name, use his name
I
in
think
some way, shape, or form.
I do like Malcolm McNeil.
Malcolm
Malcolm
McNeil.
McNeil. Yeah, I love
that.
that. That's pretty great.
I think that would work. I think that would work just fine.
Yeah, he'll get a name eventually.
Eventually he
One
will.
day.
Yeah.
One day he'll tell us his name.
That's really what
Someday.
you want. You nurture them, you teach them English, and
Once his English
that's
lesson-
also
once he
very
learns
important.
grammar,
that's very important. Yeah, because he's here and
He's almost there.
you can speak English or get out.
Right.
Those are the rules.
This is America.
These
I don't
are
make
the
the
rules. That's
And
right.
You'll go on the other side of that big wall.
Yeah.
Build a wall.
Build the wall. Put.
Lock her up.
That's right. Whatever we're chanting today is more important than whatever happened yesterday. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what this cat ends up being called and why.
Why?
why the name becomes the name that it is, and it's why is it not Malcolm McNeil?
I'm gonna have a lot of explaining to do if it's
you
not.
you are going to have a lot of explaining to do, and you're going to have to
if
show
I
your
ever-
work too. It's just going to be like math class. Yeah.
If I ever meet Malcolm McDowell again,
Yes.
I'm gonna just cite this conversation with him.
This is my cat, Malcolm McNeil.
I'm wondering if he like is going back to whoever he's going with or talking to whoever. He's like, somebody wanted me to name their freaking pet today. That was so dumb.
The strangest things happen at conventions.
Yeah, the next time what you need to do is ask him what's the strangest thing somebody's asked you to do, and then if
See
he
if that
does,
comes up.
that's it.
If
That's
he doesn't
it.
remember it, he's like, some fucking asshole
Yeah.
asked me to name the cat.
I was trying to go home. I was done for the day.
He wouldn't let me leave. And then he said, name my cat.
Then all his other friends came and blocked my way. And
Basically, in like 5 minutes after that, he rolled out. He was gone.
that's it. We were.
We were
And
basically
thank you again for the cheesecake, which was his final
the
words.
parting words. The last thing maybe we'll ever hear him say.
That might be.
In
You
person.
never know. You never know what Malcolm McDowell might bring along to the table. But yeah, it was definitely a
It was exciting. It was fun.
it was a
good-
fruitful weekend.
good time.
We got to see John Hammond over there.
Oh,
at
right.
the bar.
Right.
Uh,
so,
so-
this was not actually. Well, this guy looked just like John Hammond.
Yeah.
That guy's dead though.
Yeah. Oh well, we know that.
This guy's
Got eaten by a dinosaur.
not far behind.
Yeah.
This dude was very old.
This man was like very old.
He was like extra old.
Like from the top to the bottom, old. There you go.
Like rolls his
Through and
knuckles
through.
getting off the couch and hurts himself.
Exactly
Like,
right, and swollen.
If he'd done that,
Oh
he lost
my
his
God.
hand.
He went, yeah, the whole wrist would have just.
He had
the
a
whole
walking
hand
stick.
spun right off. He
Oh.
did, yeah.
Well, actually, what was it called?
What? Oh, a crampon.
A crampon.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
Crampon?
yeah. That's a
It was
thing.
news to me too when Matt said that he uttered the word. I don't know what this is.
They're sticks that people use when they like mountain climb.
Oh,
it's like
That's
it's
the
an
proper.
actual
That's
pole.
the proper term.
It looks like a
Yeah.
ski,
Oh, yeah.
Almost,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
that
Yeah.
name sounds like something that like an old man would put up his ass when his ass is bleeding.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's too much.
I don't
It's a
know
heavy-
why his ass is
It's
bleeding.
a heavy flow this month.
We don't know. The doctors don't know, but the blood has to stop.
All that we know is he needs crampons.
Yeah, all he knows is
Crampons for grandpa.
Crampons.
Exactly. Yeah.
Crampons.
Grandpa, did you forget your crampons? Leave me alone, you little asshole.
You're not my son. You'll never be my son.
That's what I get for practicing dirty dance.
I didn't go to WW2 so you can bitch at me for bleeding out my asshole.
67 years of marriage, no blowjobs. I'm sick of this. Let me die. Let me just leak to death. That's the only way God will take me in his loving arms finally. I missed bullets. I dodged like the Matrix. That was a documentary about how it was for me in World War
He
II.
constantly is complaining about the volume of my form. Well, I'm going to show him I can fit in heaven. Get all the blood out.
I don't need it anymore. I'm coming, Ethel.
Coming home.
I'm coming to teach you one more lesson. Oh,
She
man, this
promised she'd give me blowjobs in heaven.
I hope this guy's going to heaven. Oh no.
All I gotta do first is bleed to death on my ass.
I'll blow you over my dead body.
Is heaven like if you lived a good life but you have murderous rage
Yeah.
and you get to heaven, do you get some kind of like pretend person to like murder
Over and over again?
Yeah.
Well, but see, how would you get into heaven if you were a murderer?
But you're
No,
not.
no, no, but
Oh,
you're
you
not.
just have the rage.
You want.
You have held it in your entire life.
So that's when you get put on security detail. They're like, just beat these motherfuckers to death and
This one's
throw
going
them
to hell.
down this pit.
You can punish him.
That's
That's how the angel of death got his job. That must be.
You know
He's
it.
qualified.
He was the only serial killer to never kill anybody.
He just wanted to kill
Just like,
everyone. He ever met.
congratulations.
He's your boss. You're like when you join the security detail, he's the head of it.
That's
He's like
all he is.
He's like, you spent an entire life piously holding back this rage. It's time to let it loose.
Talk
baby.
about some penance.
Now you're doing
Oh.
now you're doing God's work.
That's
son.
right. That's
Let
right.
the hate flow through you.
That's right. That's all you got to do. Yep, it's all
You
wrinkly.
ever seen that movie? Meanwhile, it's like a cowboy from 1880. It's like you'll see eventually. It's coming out. What information you talking about?
We
I'm
got-
saying, shoot this motherfucker. That's what I'm trying to say. Just do what you're told.
Just do what you're supposed to do. Stop asking about things you don't understand. Did you read the Bible? Don't ask questions.
read
Just
the
kill
manual?
who I tell you the bad guys
Shoot
are.
that baby in the face and do the Lord's work.
I'll send an angel to stop you if I think it's really bad.
God made this one extremely despicable. All right, just for the purpose of practice.
JK, guys. JK.
Did you forget to pick up your spirit bullets? Is that the problem?
guys. All these bullets are ripping right through everybody. It's just not helping at all.
Flesh isn't inherently good or bad. God denotes which it is. All right, that's
Just
why they
ask
got
Patrick
that
Swayze.
abortion thing down all wrong down
They
there.
have no idea what
Flesh-
they're talking about.
Flesh can be anything.
Trust me.
It's just meat. You can eat it. If you lift them up, it falls off.
It's so simple. It's like Play-Doh, really. It smells all right, weird at first, but then you start to fall off with the smell of it. And then after that, you leave it out and it gets dry and hard, and you just like you can't do anything. You just have to throw it away. You can't reconstitute flesh.
No,
Mm-mm.
but you can make stuff out of it if you get it close early enough.
Just right
It's
in the
all
beginning.
about the
You
consistency.
make the pathways and it just
That's-
grows whatever you want.
That's right. Like,
Wild
look,
stuff.
I made a dog out of this pile of flesh.
And
That's it.
we're figuring out right now.
That's right.
Scientists are like, give us the starting blocks and it'll just grow itself.
But don't forget to turn it off once the growing's over,
Mhm.
because otherwise you end up like Tim Curry and Monk. You're just
Oh,
like
man.
400
Oh, God.
pounds, sitting in a hospital bed in a jail cell, and all you can be is Dale the Whale. It's the only role you can get.
That's
So
all.
you lose all that weight,
Well,
and then you can be a pirate with the
Un-
Muppets.
Unfortunately, he went too far. He had a stroke. Brendan
Yes.
Fraser took over his role
Yeah.
as the whale. Speaking of which, there was no Brendan Fraser at this.
Brendan
moment.
Fraser did not come. Yeah,
That's right, he was
as we
supposed
talked
to be there,
about.
and
Yeah.
He had to cancel.
Yeah, we didn't get our dose.
But we saw John Hammond going back to
We
this
did.
with his crampon,
Yes.
and he was sitting at the bar. He wasn't at the bar. He was in the bar.
Yeah.
Sitting at a table,
By
the only
himself.
table facing a
Facing
window.
away from everyone else.
And we didn't know who he was at all. He was just like a very old man.
We were like, why is this old man in this hotel?
Yeah, we're like, we
By
just kept
himself.
singing that. Yeah, we're like, is he just here on business or what? Maybe he's here for a wedding. He was sitting there with a beer and a shot
Mhm.
and a glass,
Okay.
Yeah.
and he was just having himself a nightcap or something.
That's it. He was just
Yeah,
trying to
he
remember
was-
all those raptor attacks.
Had a couple of drinks. Yeah, he's
So
trying to
forget him,
recall-
I guess.
He was trying to forget. He's trying to forget what kind of danger he put his grandchildren in.
Yo, you know
Right.
it. Yeah,
And
just
then he
for
had
a
to
ride.
He had to get a man who's not even really right in the head to come and save them all.
Had to. It was the only one
The
available.
only person there.
And the fact that it's
Better
his
than
fault that
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs are running around America now.
That's right.
Who else could it be?
Ugh, so there's a lot of reflection to do.
It was-
but
yeah.
it turns out that was actually the guy who played the
Cop, yeah.
from the original
Halloween,
Halloween.
yeah.
Oh, no
the
shit.
main like the sheriff cop guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Huh.
And we found that out because we saw him walking out of the autograph room
Mhm.
after everybody was gone. And then we put two and two together and realized it. So we were standing around after we talked to Malcolm McDowell. I looked in the trash can. I went to go throw one of my beer cans away. And I looked in the trash can and there was an 8x10 there
What?
with all these scribbles all over it. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Names,
Names,
tic-tac-toe
yeah,
games.
Weirdest little picture of a moon on it and everything. I was like, what the fuck is this in here? So I walked away from it and then I was like, I think this is something. I'm going to take this. And so I took it and I
This is
stuffed it in
important.
my jacket. And then I got home and I looked it up. And sure enough, for the viewers on the stream, I'll show it to you here. So as you can see, it's been rolled up. But this is the picture. It's
And there's the man in question here.
yeah, this is him in the sheriff uniform here.
He's the not Donald Pleasance.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let me
Not,
see this. Let me see
not
this.
Donald Pleasance. So yes.
Oh.
So this was sitting in the trash. So I imagine this is what he used to, get his pens working and everything like that.
Yeah.
'Cause those
Looks like it.
those pens are terrible. Those metallic pens.
It's so much like priming.
Yeah,
think
you have to get
you
them
think
going.
that they would like burst off in orgasmic joy. after
Not
they
a
get going.
chance. Not a chance. They're not youthful in any way, shape.
They're
or
not
form.
giving it up that easy.
They're not going to give you any.
You gotta
fluid.
really
That's
jerk them
right.
off.
Yeah, you got to really work it. But my favorite parts are the little moon and sun that's in the top corner here, And then also the voila that's written over
Voila.
Donald Pleasance. Those are my two favorite. Those are my two favorite parts.
So what's the verdict? Are you going to keep this?
Oh, I'm going to frame this.
Okay.
I'm going to frame
I thought
this.
this was going to go
and
on
hang
eBay.
this on the wall.
Because we
back
were like,
here.
we don't know what this
Yeah.
is, but this is going on eBay.
It's going. I'm going to frame it first, make it popular, and then put it on eBay.
There
Just
you go.
Hype
all
it up
about
like
hedging the
I can
bets.
never part ways with
Yes.
this. It's such a treasure.
Yes.
Plus, that guy's heading for the end soon. So
Yeah.
time it right, and I bet you can get a pretty penny for that one.
You know it. You know it.
Next step, learn his name.
That's right. There we go. We'll get to that part. Right now, he's Scribble Guy.
Yeah. Or
Scribble-
John Hammond.
Scribble John Hammond. That's right.
Scribbly John Hammond.
Yes, good old Charles Cyphers. That's his real name.
John Cyphers.
Yep, Charles Cyphers.
Charles Cyphers.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So it was a beautiful thing. But yeah, as we said, we'll talk a little bit more about MonsterCon probably on the next episode. We'll get some friends in here and discuss the ins and outs of how all the everything unwinded, and we'll also have the field recorder footage, or not footage, but audio. Will also be available around that same
this is
time.
a separate thing. I thought you were teasing the.
Oh no!
recorded
Oh no!
episode.
No, we'll get together and talk about it. This is what we normally do. I had to go back and review.
The day of, like
Yeah.
we reported
Oh,
on our way out.
Yeah.
Usually that's when we
Yeah.
make a special episode for it,
Mhm.
so it's fresh in our minds.
Right.
But yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk about it. when we
Yeah,
get
we'll talk about it,
somewhere.
and then we'll also have that audio available so that you guys
Why
can check it
why
out.
have you guys not done that with people, like when you sit down with someone like Malcolm McDowell, just be like, can I
It's
throw
got to be a
someone?
whole interview thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I could ask him.
Mhm.
I literally saw after we left that room.
Yeah.
Some other guy was doing an interview with another person in there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
he had his like camera set up on a tripod. He had a little microphone, and he was just like, you could see he was just loving it in that moment.
Oh yeah.
But I think that some of them are okay with it, and some aren't. I think it'd just be a matter of asking and saying, hey, if you have some time.
Yeah, dude, why not?
I know
Like,
you've done it
you're-
before.
Yeah, I've done it before. It's worked out. Like I talked to David Ramsey from Arrow that way, and
Mhm.
yeah, people are willing to do it if you just set it up with them.
Well, just
That'd be
personal.
cool.
Just
Yeah,
tell me
it's-
just
Just
personal.
personal.
Yeah,
Using it
and
for
you,
just personal.
you guys are. I mean, you're really good at building rapport with people really quickly. So
Yeah, and once again, it's really up to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
of
why it
course.
was just personal with
Right.
David. Because I'm like, if he would have even given me an inkling, like, fuck no,
Right.
I'd be like, I'm out of here.
Never mind.
No, because
Yeah.
like this is a
Just
guy who's
all of a sudden, you just pull a ripcord and you just get ejected out of the roof of the building.
and it's like cold in there now. There's no more ceiling, just a mat-shaped hole in the
That's
ceiling
all
there.
there is. That's all there
And
is.
it's bloody, like just a pile of blood.
That's
your
right.
skin
Outside,
fell off
that's
because
it.
too high up in the air.
Another Mortal Kombat fatality here, folks.
Flawless victory.
Flawless victory it was. But I'll tell you what this was is some weird news.
Oh,
It is weird news.
Could be.
It will be weird news.
It will be, is what we're
I
looking
like
for.
past tense though.
this is another reason I'm sad, because last week there was a fucking story about a truck dropping a whole bunch of shit and I
Yep.
missed it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, that's right.
I
Well,
love those stories.
Those
if
are
there's,
always
if
acts-
there's one
Zach is
thing
always
that
here for
America
those stories.
does, it's repeat itself. So we'll see what happens.
I thought you were going to say drop stuff.
Well, that too. That too.
But you're way more accurate of saying it repeats itself.
I'll be right back. I take a leak before we start.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Hi,
Train's still
Facebook.
rolling.
Shoulder to shoulder. What? I don't know what he said.
I don't. The train's still rolling.
Train is still rolling. Rolling.
Rolling,
Rolling. We're about as relevant. Actually, we're less relevant than Fred Durst because he's like, yeah,
He's
that
back.
resurgence. Yeah.
Dude, honestly, that new Limp Bizkit album.
Yeah.
I think it's called Limp Bizkit Still Sucks. Yeah, they have
I
accepted.
love it.
Yeah, and dude, it is a greatest hits album that isn't a greatest hits album.
Hmm.
Because all of the songs on there are new songs,
Mhm.
but they hit on every kind of Limp Bizkit song that there is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's fucking so good. Like I have
Like a nostalgia train good, or like, oh, they're pulling out some stuff worthwhile material out there. As far as like just new sounds.
it is good in terms of if you already liked Limp Bizkit.
Okay.
Yeah, because I am unabashedly a Limp Bizkit lover. Like I don't give a fuck. I
Yeah.
love Limp Bizkit. I always will.
Get it all for the nookie.
That's right. And so when that album came out and I heard it, I was like, this is way better than it deserves to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You thought it was just gonna be falling off a cliff kind of thing, like a pathetic reach.
well, like their last album, Gold Cobra, was pretty good, but I was like, there's a couple songs that were really solid, but the rest was kind of like just paint by numbers.
Mhm.
This one was paint by numbers, but in a really good way.
Okay.
Like, the songs are solid. Each of them is a little different, and they're all kind of culminated in, like, you can see, like, oh, that's very similar to something that would have been on Significant Other. That's something that would have been on the hot dog flavored water shit. You know, like, there's a little bit of everything. So I thought it was really good. Yeah, I fucking loved it.
Cool. Yeah, they're kind of coming back. I saw the new Fred Durst, or rather the present day Fred Durst, and I was like, what the fuck happened?
I'm pretty sure that's all like makeup and stuff. Because
Really?
He's doing it on purpose because they have a song on the album called Dad Vibes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is that actually kind of takes away from it a little bit. Honestly, I thought
you were hoping he was just like old.
I thought he was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna have this handlebar mustache thing going on, and I'm just gonna have this like white hair, and who cares? Who even cares?
No.
He's still Mr. Backwards hat.
Yeah, he's doing it on purpose. Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, now, since we've been talking about it while he's been gone, can we just do a song from the new Limp Bizkit album at the end of the episode?
Oh, sure.
All right, cool. We're gonna do Dad Vibes then.
Yeah, let's see. I have not explored this whatsoever except to see pictures of him, but now I'm hearing this is all staged
fucking
and entertainment.
love it.
Are you kidding me?
What?
That never
Hollywood
happened.
is fake?
This is what?
I trusted that if one thing was gonna tell me the truth all the time, it was Fred Durst.
Fred Durst never lied, does he?
I didn't always like it, but I respected it because I thought it was at least trying to be authentic. And now I'm hearing it's all lies. I feel like a Maroon 5 fan.
Oh my God! It's almost like he
Suddenly
never cared in the first place.
Suddenly, my heroes are all turning to shit. They're all liars and moral pieces of garbage.
Oh,
Garbage.
And Maroon 5 was definitely the first to do that.
Listen, somebody had to cross the
It's
threshold.
never been like, somebody adopted someone's and then was their caretaker just so that they could marry them once they became a baby.
That never happened.
I go crazy.
Never once.
Exactly. Or like someone puts their hot daughter in a music video and uses them as a sexual object.
Sometimes
After
you got to acknowledge your good genes and wear them in the video.
Oh,
That's the important part. I'm not commenting about anybody's daughter. I'm talking about wardrobe. Dirty, dirty, dirties.
Oh no.
I could totally see Steven Tyler being like, "See that? I made that.
I made
I
that.
can
That's
see
why
that.
it's so good."
Well,
That's why it's so good.
He's literally the one I'm talking about, with like courting his own child. Or
Wait, what?
like,
He
adopted.
courted Lynn Tyler? I
No,
thought
not
you were
her,
talking
not her.
about. I thought you were talking
No,
about
it's
Woody Allen.
a whole different. No, well, that happened too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is a whole different person. Like this was I believe this was Steven Tyler. He took legal guardianship over this girl just so that he could like eventually. And then he knocked her up.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And then he just disowned her. That's Liv Tyler's like. No, I don't want to say that's her mom, but it's. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass.
I'm not sure. As per usual, we're not going to lie to you on this show.
I don't really know what I'm saying.
So we'll see.
Well, the good thing is it's still paused, so we're not lying
That's
on
right,
the
we
show yet. We're just lying to the Facebook.
It's just everybody who's listening to us live.
Deirdre, Juan.
It's
Alex.
not. It's
That's
not.
it.
It's not a lie if you don't.
If you
you're
believe it.
Just dumb.
But
That's
it's just because of your diminished capacity.
now I wish we were on the show because guys, that's a new T-shirt. for me.
Allison literally
Not a
just
lie.
put the hyperlink to what you're talking about in the chat.
Hell yeah, Allison. Yes. Yes.
Yep,
Was
there
it
you go.
Steven Tyler?
Ted Nugent and Rick Springfield did it too, Juan says. It was the
Wow.
70s.
That doesn't surprise me with Ted Nugent.
There you go. There you go. It's all there. It's okay, Deirdre. You don't have to pay attention to us.
Thank you,
We can
Allison.
background noise. Oh,
Pay attention to
That's
me,
it.
Deirdre.
There you go. It's all there. My God. Just the hyperlink is Aerosmith's dash Steven dash Tyler dash adopted dash underage dash Juliana dash to date his ward and impregnate her.
That's exactly what happened. This is one paragraph here. In 1975, Tyler obtained guardianship of a 16-year-old Julia Holcomb so that she could live with him in Boston. They dated and took drugs together for 3 years. Holcomb was referred to as Diana Hall by the editor of Aerosmith autobiography Walk This Way in an attempt to conceal her identity. but other sources have confirmed her identity. Pressures leading to their split included their age difference. Tyler was 27 when they first met.
Okay.
She was 16.
Nope.
A withdrawn marriage proposal, a house fire, a planned pregnancy that resulted in an abortion when Tyler was worried that the fire, smoke, as well as drugs might lead to birth defects. Look Away, a documentary about sexual abuse in the rock music industry, features Holcomb's story.
Woo!
Talk about some fucked up shit.
Yep,
That's
that'll do it.
crazy.
That'll do it. A dab'll do ya, as they say.
And people revere this man like he is the god of all rock and roll.
Well, listen, with a mouth that big, he's got to tell
It's
a
more
lie
about
or
fear,
two.
right? It's,
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
be feared than loved.
Yeah,
That's
right.
right. That's Steven Tyler's story.
I just don't want him to eat me, please. Please, I have a great
And
fear.
I don't want to miss a thing. No,
That's why he claimed guardianship. He didn't want to miss a
He
thing.
didn't want to
There
miss
you
one
are.
morsel of that
That's right.
sweet, delicious flesh, wild flesh. Meat.
It's all the same. Flesh is all the same. That's what God said.
Flesh and meat is like the overarching theme of this episode.
That's right. It's a
Flesh
flesh meat episode.
Flesh meat. With meat and meat. The flesh start with meat and meat.
A flesh start.
With meat and meat. There you go. Yeah, there we go. That's what this episode
The
is.
flesh start with meat.
Oh, see, now this is getting me. This is
I'm a
getting me
meat and greet with
reconsidering
meat
my
and
whole
meat.
life. I want to listen. We're changing the
Can I do a barbecue?
That's what we're
episode?
doing at 300.
Mhm.
We're changing it to the flesh start with meat and meat. Okay, I want this. This is it. Juan's giving us more about Ted Nugent. Nugent got permission from a teenage girl's parents to become her quote
Oh,
guardian
this is it.
and wound up marrying her. Springfield, with her parents' permission, shacked up with an underage Linda Blair. What? Oh my God!
My head is
My
spinning.
head's spinning from that news. Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
I might have broke my neck right there.
Oh my God! Yeah. I'm being careful. I already got a hurt hand here. I don't need to fuck my neck up again for a third time. I broke it twice. That's enough. So okay.
This reminds me of when we saw Juan and when we were all having dinner in the hotel, and he just walks up to you and he goes, "Do you see all that shit all over that?"
He said it twice though. He's like, "See all the shit all over that guy's back? You see the shit all over that guy's back?" I was like, "What is he like?"
And he's like, "Hello."
It's like, oh, I was like, "No, don't do that. Don't say hello to me. Just keep
That was the
whatever you're talking about."
That was the best introduction because he hadn't seen me earlier in the day yet. Oh my god. Oh. But there was a guy with shit all over his back.
Yeah.
It was a
Literally
costume.
shit.
Yeah,
It was
now it's a
costume.
part of his costume, but yeah, that was a mess. But it was good. So anyhow, now that we've got all the funny stuff out of the way, let's do this fucking stupid
just for the
weird
stream.
news. Yeah, that's exactly right. Stream exclusive. That's what I need to. I need
Right.
to get a banner that says stream exclusive.
Do it.
I'll work on that next year.
Loyal streamer, that's a shirt.
That's right. Do it.
There we go.
All righty. So for our for weird news, listen, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Once again, I've done this many times. I'm gonna do it again because if there's nothing that I love in this world, it's repetition. And so I'm gonna repeat that if you're not listening live, if you're not watching the stream, if you are missing out on this visual component, okay, you're missing it. You're missing.
Spoken
We just had a whole thing.
Spoken like a true American, Matt.
That's right.
That's right.
You're just missing, and you don't want to miss a thing. So that's just a little teaser.
right.
for
Just
you.
go back, even just go back and play the stream,
Right.
you know,
Absolutely.
in your ears. You don't have
Just-
to look at us.
No, exactly right. If you've got that with that YouTube, what do they call it? They used to call it YouTube Red, but no,
Yeah,
it's
premium or
Soviet.
something.
But it's YouTube Premium now, and so at least get that because then you can just turn the screen off, you stick it in your pocket, you listen to it on your Bluetooth, whatever.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Just listen to it. You're missing stuff.
Little teaser. the flesh start with meat and meat.
That's right. If you want to know about the flesh start with meat and meat before episode 300, listen back to what you missed, folks. So we'll start things off here. Let me get the video or the image here. There you are. So, all right, for our first story, folks, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but a California high school has announced its homecoming dance is going to be rescheduled because there are bats invading the gymnasium.
Just in time
So,
for Halloween.
Just in time for Halloween. I figured
Brad
they
was
could,
listening to this.
they
right
could
now.
really have just incorporated them into the whole thing.
Oh my god! And also, Allison is going to this gymnasium to hang out.
Oh, she's on the way right
she's
now.
there. She's there right now.
I'm going to go with her.
Reporting live.
And the
from
bat's
scene.
smiling because it's its favorite holiday.
Oh, it loves.
Yeah.
It didn't have a date. It went stag, but it still enjoyed its homecoming
Went
photo. Yeah.
It doesn't know if it had a date or not.
It has
can't
no
see
clue.
anything.
Well, that's okay. It can listen.
They're vestigial eyes.
Let me listen
Yeah.
for my
Whenever it squeaked, there was no one next to them.
That's exactly right. I really think they should have just incorporated it into the decorations. It would have added a level of
I say
production value that they couldn't afford.
Cast a net up at the top, just like a really fine mesh,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they can't come down and get
Oh
the
my
kids.
God,
There you go.
why?
You have like a bats flying above their heads for the Halloween.
Deirdre
dance.
is volunteering to sew them tiny dresses. Okay.
Oh my
So,
God, Deirdre,
love it.
yes.
Listen.
Yes.
We are getting in touch. All right, we're going to get to the name of the school, but we're going to get in touch with them and tell them the dance is back on. We're going to go across the country to make sure that this bat dance happens. No
Who are you
people
gonna
are
call?
allowed. We're only going to make little tuxedos and little dresses for the bats. They'll be varied. Some of them will show different amounts of, I guess, bat cleavage. I don't know. We'll figure it all out. But there's going to be rules. Some people are going to have to be thrown out. But it's going to be a party.
The Kickstart with Mats and Bats.
Mats and bats. Oh my God!
We're gonna
Yeah.
hosted by the
Scratch
Kickstart.
the meat
Call
thing.
it the kick dance with bats and bats.
Okay,
The
now we're
homecoming
getting
kick dance with
somewhere.
Matt and Bats.
Oh
We'll
my God.
MC the whole thing. We'll have a big old mesh covering so these bats can be seen but
Yep.
not touched.
Right?
Keep the rabies upstairs.
I like it.
Okay, and get the kids dancing below a bunch of bats.
God.
It
How
makes
else?
sense.
Come on.
It's perfect. And the cheese fountain will go through the net. So
Yeah,
they can
so
at
they
least
can have some
enjoy
cheese.
refreshments.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good
Can
thing.
she
to
make
do.
some top hats? I feel like the bats
Oh,
need top
Deirdre,
hats.
please. Let's get the top hats
Make 'em
going too.
fancy.
Yes,
We'll
exactly.
get Allison to identify the sex of each
That's
other's
right. Let
bats.
us know whether they need a tuxedo or a dress.
or whichever one they prefer.
Exactly right, because it's all about
We'll get a bat
self-expression
interpreter.
for bats.
We don't want to assume they're bat genders.
Let's do both
No,
for them all.
We're gonna let them pick. We're gonna let
Let's put
them
them in a
pick.
dress and a
But
hat.
everybody gets top hats.
Right.
That's
All
going
the
to be
top
hats. right.
That's right, because there's nothing classier. The Davis Joint Unified School District said the dance at Davis Senior High School had been scheduled for Saturday, but will instead be held at an undetermined date in the future because of bats that have invaded the gymnasium. After immediate consultation, the Yolo County Animal Control.
led by
Oh,
Drake.
no.
That's right. Drake's there, and he's like, I don't know. Why don't we just let him have a dance?
YOLO.
You only live once, you know?
Yeah, dance with bats.
That's
YOLO.
right. Dance them up. That's right. And professionals who specialize in bat abatement. That's a different sort of thing that happens normally at the dances. We learned we could not remove the bats from the gym in time for the dance. Unfortunately, we were unable to identify another option that maintains the safety of our students and staff. So we will have to reschedule the dance for as soon as possible. Corky Quirk. This is the person. This is a researcher and educator at the rescue group of
This is a
Northern
person's
California
name?
bats. Corky Quirk.
Corky Kirk?
Corky Quirk.
Oh,
CORKYQUIRK.
That sounds like
Corky Quirk.
It sounds like the name of somebody's nerdy friend in it's like a 1960s comic book.
yeah.
And when
What?
it comes to your name, the bats can hear what your name is, and they're the only ones that
It's
are
the
going to be
only-
laughing.
It's
And
the
they
only
will
thing we can
bully
interpret.
You know they will. They'll
By
dive bomb
bully
your
you,
head.
we mean give you rabies.
Oh my God! It's
Profound amount of
That's
rabies.
Bats
right.
are assholes. If they think your name is stupid, they'll give you a raise.
They know how to bully. Let me tell you what. They said
They drove out an entire high school's day.
that's right. They're like, yeah, fuck your date. Yeah,
Of course they do. They're like the top tier bulliers.
That's it. That's it. I guess you're just going to have to get unwanted pregnancies for a random reason.
Right.
Said that the school's unwanted residents are likely Mexican free-tailed bats. These guys tend to be the culprits in buildings around the area.
They're not sending us their best
That's right.
bets.
That's right. These are
Oh
not
my
the best
God.
bats. Yeah, that's it.
Isn't that crazy that we couldn't even make we didn't have the opportunity to make up a better reporter's name. This person's name is Quirky Quirk.
Quirky Quirk is the name, and it's beautiful because the story writes itself,
It does.
and that's
Yeah.
what we're looking for in these parts. We want the stories that write themselves, as little work as possible, please. Speaking as little work as possible, we're coming. One of my favorite stores
Oh,
is
shit.
in the news, folks. Here we go.
Wow.
A Pennsylvania-based store chain celebrated its 40th anniversary by breaking a Guinness World Record. One that at one point in time in my life I was interested in. Okay. I had a small collection going, but they broke the record for the tallest bobblehead. It's 16 feet, 6.73 inches high.
It looks like, I'm
Damn.
glad it has a solid base because in this picture, it looks like if it fell toppled backwards, it would absolutely
destroy the
pancake
store.
that poor lady.
She's
Taking
praying.
notes about it.
She's praying that it does. Yeah. She stole this clipboard from the White House, obviously, because it's got the presidential seal on the back of the clipboard.
I love she did.
Yeah, she just came from a press conference at the White House.
I love that. So I love that there's a mascot.
Yes. Yeah.
As well as like the actual giant one. They're all bigger than a normal person.
Yes,
should be.
exactly right. They're already
The
gargantuan.
mascot one just looks like claymation Mark Twain.
Yes,
basically.
Yeah,
exactly.
It does. It looks like
exactly
Rankin
right.
Bass.
Oh, you know it.
Mark Twain is over here about to give him some life lessons.
Just waiting to bring it to the world. There we go. Well, an Ollie's Bargain Outlet unveiled the giant bobblehead made at in the image of store mascot Ollie on Wednesday at the chain's flagship location in Harrisburg.
Oh wow, I didn't know that they're in Harrisburg.
Yeah, and in fact,
That's
the one,
a flagship.
it is, and the
It
one
is
that's
the
over here in
capital.
York was the second or third store that opened.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that was like a Pennsylvania thing.
It sure is. I didn't know that either. I got an email because I'm, of course, part of the Ollie's Army.
Yeah.
Because when he's ready to go to war in his Hawaii
If
T-shirt,
this isn't a declaration of war, I don't know what is that. Look
You're
at
gonna-
war.
gotta
already.
defend it.
Yeah,
Gotta defend
This
this
time to go
bobblehead.
to war, you're gonna get guns and bullets so cheap.
Oh, you
Oh
have
my
no
God.
idea.
The discounts are so deep.
But when they're gone, they're gone.
That's right. You can't-
There's no reloading
This will
these
keep
guns.
the loyalties.
No. They have been glued shut.
Once you've emptied your clip, you start using your teeth.
Yeah,
and
whatever
your
you can
claws
find.
and anything.
And sometimes you have to
Sticks.
go to the back of the store to the oops section where they have all the broken merchandise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh, sometimes you can find a real deal back there, folks.
It's like going through an old guy's house, like estate.
It's like
It is like
American
the States.
Pickers. Yeah, it's like American
just-
Pickers. They just charge you
It's
more.
like being an antiquer.
Oh, it's great. I love it. Well, for 40 years, we've been committed to offering huge deals on brand name merchandise, so we wanted to create something big to help honor our anniversary. And what better way than a 16-foot bobblehead?
Yeah.
You know, that's the first thing I think of
The
when I
problem here
celebrate.
is that no one can shake it enough to get its head to
That's
pop.
probably why the goddamn the bucket truck is there, so that they can get up there just to push the head. Yeah, because it was that, or they just have a 2x4 that they poke it with, like it's a dead body in the middle of a swamp.
Like a bunch of children are coming of age stories to find it at the end of a railroad track.
I'm sure this too will be face down in a swamp at some point. Because what the fuck are they going to do with a 16-foot bobblehead? 10-foot ceilings
You
are
gotta-
stores.
Park around this piece of shit.
Exactly right. It's in a handicap spot too.
It is
These
literally right in front
motherfuckers.
of it. You can see the parking spot
It is-
it's taking up.
It is unironically in a handicap
Oh
spot.
my
So
God,
it's
that's
great.
great. That's it. That's his problem. Well, the team behind the giant bobblehead used 3D modeling, hand sculpting, carving, and painting to create a fully functional bobblehead over the course of 4 fucking months.
This
Oh
is
my
like
God.
this is like what. So if I didn't have to, fear what it would be like to be an artist. This is the kind of nonsense I'd love to be working on.
Oh yeah.
I'd be making the Ollie's
Oh,
bobblehead.
you know it. Painting those flowers by
Some
hand.
gaudy nonsense.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, I'd
it
love
would be glorious, absolutely glorious. Not as glorious though as a blind skateboarder from Michigan.
Oh my God.
What a sentence that is, right?
Allison, I want to hear your thoughts
Oh
on this.
yeah, who broke a Guinness World Record when he performed a 50-50 grind on a rail for 22 feet and 5 inches.
Wow.
So we have a blind man who is
Lying.
basically. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Zach. Yeah.
Bold-faced lying.
As it goes with those Michiganders. So
Fucking daredevil. He got chemicals sprayed in his eyes.
yeah, there you go. It's no clue. Well, Daniel Mancina, I guess is it. 35 of Royal Oak said he took up skateboarding at the age of 13. Same year he was diagnosed with.
That's where Bruce Campbell's from.
Right there you go. See that? It all comes around from. I'm going to try it. Retinitis
Yeah.
Oh, retinitis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Retina.
pigmentosa.
Right? Pigmentosa.
So
Oh,
basically,
wow.
as his whole
Bless
world
you.
is changing colors. Yeah. So the condition that affects light-sensitive layer of tissue on the back of the eye and often leads to complete blindness. He said that his conditions progressed slowly at first, but eventually he determined he had lost too much of his sight to continue skateboarding. Years later, he said he decided to give it another try, despite having only minimal sight in one eye. So he's a little monocular, but apparently he had it. Well, I rely mostly on the white cane and use it to scan my environment to find obstacles while skating. But isn't sort of the idea that you balance yourself on the skateboard and like violently thrusting a stick into your environment? Wouldn't that kind of throw you off a little
I've
bit?
seen people on videos literally skate with a walking stick, like a blind skate. I've seen other blind skaters using a stick out in front of them to just kind of see what's coming up. And I've seen them try to do grinds or like ramps and stuff like that.
Right.
Usually with predictably disastrous results.
I was going to say.
But they would succeed at some points too. They would just practice it.
I can't, obviously I've never been blind and wanted to skateboard, but
Right.
to me, it seems like the whole point of skateboarding is the experience of seeing yourself doing it.
Exactly.
And I don't know. Then again, if you did it and you loved it and you went blind
Right.
and you just wanted to experience the wind in your eyes again as the car hit you, and that's your thing.
I really miss visiting the hospital.
I really, my favorite thing was always falling down flights of stairs on my skateboard.
Yeah.
So let me just do that one more time.
I think
One
honestly
more
it
time
probably
for
hurts
old
less
time's
when you
sake.
can't see it coming.
I guess you don't.
Because everything's surprising.
It's like being in a car crash when you're drunk. This is also something I reference way too much. But
a lot more often
But
than somebody who
it's
has
still
had
true.
that
It's still
experience
true.
might reference.
Yeah.
I think that it would be very discouraging very quickly.
Yeah,
I
would
blind
imagine.
and I took a fall, I'd be like, well, okay, that's over. Would I get back up and then just pray that the next time I succeeded?
That's it.
But knowing that like 90% of the time I'm gonna fail again.
It's gonna happen.
I'm gonna bust my ass
You know it.
again, and I'm not even gonna be able to see what to do to cover up.
You're
Because I
not.
don't even know what busted my ass.
That's right.
Yeah, we're not-
Did somebody just run out of nowhere and
Stairs?
tackle me? I don't know what happened.
Was
Yeah.
it a guy? Was it a child that
All
I
I
just
know
ran
is
into?
I woke up on the floor.
And my pelvis is cracked.
That's right.
All I know is I gotta go to the hospital.
I
Again.
can't hear now. What the fuck happened?
Now I
I
can't
must have
even
hit
hear.
my head or something. I don't know. Well, being a blind skater, I have to take my time and feel the obstacles to have a good understanding of them before I start skating. And it's really shitty when people just move them around. Messina, who said he's now completely blind, said he is constantly updating his technique. I mean, what
I would
other
think so.
choice do you have, I guess? He said, my favorite trick changes all the time. I get obsessed with a trick for a while and then kind of moves on to new ones. I really love skating flat bars most of the time, though, because I guess that's what you can experience.
What
I
is
think
it?
my favorite trick is smashing my face into concrete.
I love the face plant. It's my favorite.
Let me tell you something. If you're blind and you can skate, you're already doing two things that I can't do.
That's it.
You know,
Traverse this world without sight
Right?
and be on a skateboard at all.
Yeah,
Because I can't
sure.
do that. So just count it as a win. All right? Stop busting your
Yeah,
nuts
you've already
on the rail.
That's it.
I joke about it, but honestly, like, good for this dude for being able to do something like that with that kind of a, you know.
Sure. Yeah, he's got what it takes
He's-
apparently,
not
and
only is
that's
he doing it,
a
but
white cane.
he's doing way more than you or I can do.
He's
Well,
made.
I
it
got two
happen.
eyes and I can't do it. All he's got is that cane.
Well, the visual impairment really, I think it might actually help him because sometimes when we have that visual component when we're looking at something, right, we freak ourselves out.
That's true.
It's just like they say, don't look down when you're walking across a bridge over a giant ravine, and so
It's like fearlessness in children.
and that's
Yeah.
They don't know any better.
because their eyesight hasn't developed enough.
Yeah.
And
Maybe he's got a strength. Is what you're saying.
I'm telling you, he's got a special skill,
He's Matt Murdock.
and it's the
Yeah.
direct result of not having another skill.
Hmm.
But eventually, eventually, what happens is you just crash into everything. Just like our next story here, Zach, you're in luck.
Yes!
There you go.
Ah.
It's spooky time, folks, and Halloween. Halloween.
Halloween.
It came all over the place on this California highway
Oh, my.
when a crash involving two trucks caused one vehicle to lose its load of an enormous amount of candy all over the road.
That's
Such
amazing.
a shame.
There you
So
go.
festive.
Just in time. The California Highway Patrol's Madeira office said troopers responded to State Route 99 near Avenue 11 when the big rig and box truck collided around 8 a.m. Monday morning.
Hmm.
So photos from the scene here showed that the roadway was littered with candy that had spilled from one of the involved vehicles. They said that nobody was injured, but they had to report the incident. So there you go. So the Great Pumpkin is going to have a lot of cleanup to do.
Hopefully it
looks
was-
like somebody smashed a kaiju-sized pinata.
It
Yeah.
really does. Yeah. They
I'm-
were going for the large.
Luckily,
size
I'm
there.
not seeing any either Nestle or Hershey's products here.
Kit Kat
I'm seeing that.
specifically,
Yeah,
yeah.
Right,
specifically
exactly.
Kit
Right.
Kats.
It seems to be
It
all
looks like Smarties and other garbage that
Oh,
I
Yeah.
that's
throw
all
in
that
the trash.
bullshit.
independently
Yeah.
wrapped hard candies. Yeah,
Fuck you and your Necco wafers.
There you go.
80-year-old bastards.
It's like a bunch of it's like fruit flavored lollipops
You-
and crap like
that's
that.
it.
Yeah, man.
I'm starting to wonder if people are trying to recoup some of their losses from COVID by just crashing their trucks on the highway. It might be a tactic. I
They're
don't
like
know.
hiring meth heads.
Yeah,
Like, well,
it's just
actually, they're not hiring meth heads.
No,
They're
just-
hiring regular people who do get tired
that's
on the
right.
roads.
That's right.
And they're like, look, we're going to teach you how to crash.
Could you
Why
do
don't
your
you know how
H
to do
chip?
that?
Yeah, it's like training kamikaze pilots all over again. Yeah, they have.
Oh, no.
Have what it
We know where
takes.
this is heading then.
We sure do. We sure do. But so we know where all of these seasons are heading, folks. It's that time of year, and we are here to make sure that we keep you abreast.
It's the first Tuesday of October.
That's right. It's spooky time.
Yeah.
And so it used to be Halloween was just one night, but for some people, it's stretched out to a 2-month celebration.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thanks to seasonal stories like stores like Spirit Halloween, of course, and film companies and streaming platforms that start boosting horror content pretty much around Labor Day.
Mhm.
There's a good reason why. More than any other holiday, Halloween allows us to express ourselves in new, weird ways, folks. All right. Now that's the part that they wrote. Now it's my turn. We here at the Kickstart want to make sure that you know all your options and bring you new and exciting ways to ostracize yourself from society. So once again, we've stolen a list of strange costumes from a website and created descriptions that are so bad they're scary. So here we go, folks. Here we go. I tried to make it not as offensive, but sometimes
excited.
they just do all the work for me. Sometimes it's better to embrace the hate rather than fight it. And what better way to acknowledge all the shit you spew through your life than with this impasta smartass costume? I thought initially he had a cigar or a hot dog, but that is not what we're looking at here, folks. So
Nope.
just in case you are looking, here
This
you
looks
go.
like most people to me in my life.
I'm pretty
Just-
sure. Yeah, this is average citizen.
Yeah.
should be the
I'm-
title.
I'm
of this
asking, where's
costume.
the costume?
I think that could also double as like a Danny DeVito costume.
It could be
Pretty
Danny
much,
DeVito.
yeah.
Yeah, whoever you want.
Put
Whoever
little
you want.
tufts on each side of the cheeks.
Uh-huh.
It really
Kind of
would.
Danny DeVito.
It would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. We all know you're riddled with disease,
Oh.
but just because your probation officer constantly reminds you, you have to stay clean. And since you can't stop reaching for your squirt spout, you might as well incorporate it with this hand sanitizer wall dispenser costume.
Yeah.
And for one sweet night of the year, they can't lock you up for being 65% alcohol. So there we go. There we are. So then we move on to this
Oh
one.
my God.
We all know you're often forgotten
no.
about, so why not scream it from the rooftops that you're mostly made up of useless sugar pills with this birth control contraceptive pack. There you are.
Is this like
work that in?
is this supposed to be like a beacon to say, hey, I'm aware of what this is, or I should be aware of what this is?
I should be.
Is this like waving like down a plane kind of thing?
I guess it really, yeah, you're air traffic control
Because-
when it comes into this. Yeah, those tights stop just above the thigh. That's the idea. But you can't forget about taking the pill when the pill is your costume.
Could you imagine some poor dumb girl who thinks that that's like an old school telephone?
Yeah,
like a rotary phone?
I got this half price
Oh, no.
at Spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
no.
missing the receiver, so I got it for half
it's
price.
great. It's great. I'm happy that this one is definitely going to get. I got to stop myself. I'm going to get there. So we both know that people recoil in frantic terror when they see you. So why not finally don a costume that echoes the terror of not being able to deal with any more of your shit with this empty toilet paper roll costume? So there you go, folks. If you can't make this one on your own and actually have to buy it, then
Well, you're a sucker among
there you
suckers.
go. You're exactly who they're marketing towards.
You're exactly who they thought you were.
Yeah, that's right. You've proved them all right. Everybody. Every
Congratulations.
last one. Every last one. You've
Oh,
been
yeah.
single for a long time, and what better way to have some random drunk guy finally put his lips on you as you kill him simultaneously than with this sexy cigarette costume. There you go.
Oh,
It's all about it, and it's great because it's got a little bit of lipstick
Oh, it
on
does.
the butt there, just like you, folks. Just like you.
I've always got a little lipstick on my butt.
Oh, that's it. Just got to get that. Got to tattoo it on so you don't have to go through the trauma of asking your neighbor to do that every day. So we all make mistakes. And when you paint on this happy tree painter costume, you can huff paint thinner all day long.
Oh,
So that's a plus.
nobody wants to associate Bob Ross
I'll tell you, if there's
to a sexy Halloween
if
costume.
there's one thing that does it for me, it's those happy little birds or
Why?
squirrels in this case.
I'm not. No.
Always
Poor
always
Bob
trying to-
Ross.
Oh, Bob Ross.
Bob Ross is lifting the
He's-
coffin off of or
he
the
is-
lid off of his coffin.
He
with
is
this one.
he is now a perpetual energy machine
He
under
really
the
is.
ground
He really
because
is.
this has happened. This is not a happy little anything.
No,
this
he's
makes me sad.
yeah. Yes, it's definitely
This is like perverting the most pure and joyful thing. That's like a sexy Mr. Rogers. What
they've
the
got that one
fuck?
too. They've
Oh,
got that.
no.
That's next,
Yeah,
isn't
we
it?
don't-
Oh no!
I didn't include that one
Oh,
in the
no.
run. But yeah, sexy Mr. Rogers was big last year actually.
Oh,
It was a big-
Oh, God.
What the fuck?
There you go. There you go.
Oh,
So and by the way, Bob Ross was a sex symbol, by the way.
I mean,
Just
but
to let you
yeah,
know.
for different reasons though. It's
Well,
because
that's
his
true.
painting was wonderful.
And he was
she
gentle.
probably
He was
can't
a
even.
gentleman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she probably can't even paint a stick figure.
No, I guarantee you she can't because otherwise she wouldn't have to wear
She
a
wouldn't have
onesie.
that. She wouldn't.
So we all come into this world naked,
Oh my
folks, and
God.
thanks to this birthday suit costume, you can spend Halloween that way too, no matter what the judge says.
Zach is getting this one. Though.
There you are.
That's my costume.
Yeah,
for
buddy,
Halloween.
it's all about the glitter placement. It's all about the glitter placement.
I'm just glad it's hiding my nipples.
That's the important part. Well,
That's all that matters.
we know that the dating pool was a little murky when you met your significant other, and what better way to let the world know that you're just as disgusted as they are about how you spend your night than with this riding a pig costume?
Oh my God.
Is that Chris Pratt?
It's Chris Pratt. It's
It's a preview of what it's like to be with Chris Pratt.
this other guy riding Chris Pratt.
Riding a
Yes.
pig.
Yes,
This is
there
actually
you
a
go.
scene from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
There you are. That's
I thought
it.
was that new Jurassic whatever movie.
It's going to make a hit. It's going to be a hit. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I felt about that Jurassic whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, that's it. Well, whether you're doing, whether you're dodging the IRS or looking to accommodate your scrotal lymphedema, this 80s video superstar costume is just what the doctor ordered. For those of you who are unfamiliar with scrotal lymphedema, it's when your balls, or rather your scrotum, swells to like an inhuman size. So there you go.
Can't touch this.
Can't touch this, please. It
Don't
hurts
touch
too
this.
bad. It hurts way too much. So looking for a way to let the world
Yes.
know
Nice.
your love of cryptozoology has overtaken any desire to see your family ever again. Why not disappear into the night until the next bridge collapse with this Mothman costume? There you are.
Hell yeah. Oh
There
my
you
God.
are.
This is the best one of all.
That's it.
Awesome.
That's the one. That definitely
When
takes the cake.
cryptids in here, I'm all about it.
Oh, it's all about it. It's all about it. Well, and for our last one here, you're a flirt because you enjoy variety, but you hate raccoon bites. What better way to let people know that you're full of random people's nuts and just as many raccoon bites than with this Miss Cookie costume?
But you hate raccoon bites.
Oh no.
You just need to reinforce it sometimes.
Oh, my
So there
God.
you go, folks. If you're looking for a spooky costume, you've got plenty of inspiration so that you can be just as crazy as all the people who pose for these.
All of these
pictures.
weird news sites are completely and utterly missing out
It's-
on not having you because every time Matt goes and rewrites these articles, they are the fucking best thing ever. Anytime you're ever laughing at them, it's because Matt.
Yeah, no, I'm not reading anything that has been written ahead of time from any of those people. But yeah, so that's our weird news for this week, folks. And you know, the more that we get into this whole spooky season, people, as with everything else, it's not Pride Month, but it might as well be because everybody's cashing in on it just as much. It's falling apart, and it just the important thing is that as the whole world catches on fire, month by month, whatever they decide that month is dedicated to, remember to pull out those marshmallows and roast them up. Enjoy a good s'more. Enjoy a good roasted marshmallow. And whatever life brings your way, just throw it on the fire, because if you keep it warm enough, long enough, it'll suck all the oxygen out of the world, and we won't have to worry about this anymore.
You won't have to wake up tomorrow. You can have a toasty marshmallow, and
right.
no problems, no more problems.
See, so many people are calling other people dumpster fires. The real thing they should be saying is, why is this dumpster fire so small?
It could be bigger.
Throw more trash on it.
Take this dumpster to the landfill. It would solve all of our problems.
I like it. You go to a Halloween party, you meet someone, you guys really click, but you know that it could lead down the road to something bad. Just throw them on the fire.
On the fire. That's
Yeah.
where they go.
And you leave it at that one nice moment you guys had together, and now they're dead, and you don't ever have to worry about it anymore.
Bring
That's
a
what it's
stick
all
and a
about.
bag of marshmallows everywhere you go,
That's it.
so that you can bask in the flame.
I knew the Inquisitors got it right. So we'll see you. I'll see you next time on another episode of the Kickstart with Matt
And that
And Zach.
and Zach. Before we go, tell us about what you do, where we can hear you,
Oh,
and
Zach.
all of those things.
tell us all about
Tell
it,
us
Zach.
the things.
Remind
please.
the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, number one, if you're in the central Pennsylvania area and you like nerdy trivia, on October 25th, there will be a release at Love Drafts Brewing Company of a new beer that is a team up with Penguin Comics. Penguin Comics presents, and myself and my comrade Corey McLean of Penguin Comics will be doing a nerd trivia night at Love Drafts Brewing in celebration of the release of the second beer that they are doing together.
There we go.
It's going to be a good time. Also,
The
of course,
first beer was good.
Yes.
Also, I'm going to just interject here for a second. Is this trivia contest going to be a tad easier than it was last time, or harder?
No.
I'm saying-
Oh no! You better know your shit. That's all I'm saying. I was
I
there last time. It's not easy.
We're also gonna have a costume contest because it's the Halloween season. I kind of think we should add a horror section to it.
Yeah.
If you add a horror section to that, I'll be
There you go.
doing okay.
Also, of course, I do the Comics That We Love podcast, where each week we talk comic books. Specifically, we gush on a comic that someone loved. I just recorded one with Matt
Oh yeah.
right here, and it's going to be out pretty soon, actually, because I want it to be out in Halloween season. So yeah, the
Yeah.
Comics That We Love. And if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, I do this thing called Comics Obscure.
I love
Oh
it.
yeah.
I
That's
love it.
great.
You like that? Good.
Absolutely.
I love it. It's my favorite thing that you do with that with your Instagram platform. All the
Absolutely.
comics that we love.
Nice.
Aside from the, of course, full length episodes where you deep dive into comics and getting into the history, either the relevance, like the the thematic points of them, the historical points of them. If you listen to Matt's episode,
Yep.
if you like history and you like deep dives into all kinds of mythology, whatever.
Yeah.
Matt's got he's gonna scratch that itch. But I really do enjoy that Comics Obscure because there's so much interesting content that kind of just like whets your appetite for just other random comics.
That was my thought.
And
yeah.
you do such a good job editing those videos too, like putting up just the right pictures and keeping it tight.
Yeah, that's
That's great. I love it. You got the formula down.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. Those are the things that I want to talk about.
So we're done.
Go check out Zach. He's much better than us.
That's
we
right.
tell you this every time.
That's
It's
right.
The truth. All right.
If nothing else, if we're going to serve any functional purpose in this world, it's to be a springboard for other people who have far more talent than we do.
Call me the diving board.
That's right.
Boom,
That's
boing.
right. Just jump right
Get up
off.
there, do a beautiful flip. Just fly yourself into the deep depths of the ocean.
Somebody,
Off of our
please just
backs.
break me off of this frame.
That doesn't sound like you're helping people. That sounds like you're drowning them.
Well, I don't know.
And
It's
that
up to
helps
you where
other
you go.
people.
What we say earlier, burn in the fire.
Just burn it all down,
If there's no
baby.
fire, then get in something wet and drown it.
And drown them in the dark depths.
That's it.
That's right. Get in there. One way, wet, hot. It doesn't matter. Either way, we gotta go.
It's spooky time.
Goodbye.
Oh, it's good. All right, well, internet people, Juan Allison, Deirdre,
Yeah,
thank
our
you
team.
all for
We were
being
all-
here.
We all had a meeting last week.
Yeah, we did. We
Well,
did. It was
a couple
great.
Days ago.
Yeah, just a few days ago, we made it back from all of that, and here we are. We're ready for the next round. Whenever that happens.
Whatever. We're still here.
Whatever. Yes, it's. And trust us, we're just as disappointed as you.
We are, every day.
But anyhow, we love you. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will
Bye,
see you
friends.
next week.
See you guys.
See ya.